to the brief show for tonight. It'll be very brief. I have one little tidbit of prophecy I'm going to share with you. It's something I shared a couple years back, but I don't think I've talked about it since. Just something real brief. And I have some good news tonight, but we're going to wait just a moment, couple for a few folks to get on, and I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Where's my Minnesota gal tonight? She's almost always the first one here, and don't see her yet. Those of you that are on, is the volume okay? Can you hear me? I think the headset's on, but I'm not sure. Minnesota is here. Ramona, can you hear me okay? Can you hear the air conditioning? That's a bigger question. I'm not sure if this headset is on. It seems like it's on, and then it sounds like it shuts off. I'm not sure. Somebody tell me what you hear in here tonight. Can you hear me good? All right. Can you hear the air conditioner or just barely? Can you hear the air conditioner? Somebody tell me that. If this thing's working, I don't think you'd hear the air conditioner. Anybody? I mean, is the audio real good? The air conditioner's not? Okay, I think we're okay then. I guess. I don't know. Okay, listen, one quick little tidbit of prophecy for you tonight. This will be in the PowerPoint that I'm working on. I've got a lot of it done. It will not be much longer. We'll be coming public with a very important PowerPoint on the Rapture Puzzle 2026. And we've done 10 or 11 shows where we are explaining the different pieces of the puzzle. Well, remember we did something about the two candlesticks. Remember that? Raise your hand if you remember that. And we talked about the two witnesses. Remember, when the trumpet sounds, we go up. And what happens next? Two men come down to the earth, specifically to Jerusalem. Their names are Moses and Elijah. They are the two witnesses. Zechariah calls them the two candlesticks. They are the only light on the earth because all the Holy Ghost in us has left. And their ministry is to the Jews in Israel. Okay? So Matthew 17 is an important passage to read if you want to know about these two guys. Bible says after 6 days, he taketh Peter, James, and John up apart into a mountain. And that's the rapture. This is it's prophetic of the rapture. And that's a literal, real story, but it has a prophetic lesson there. They're taken up to the mountain, and two men come down, and they're named for us, Moses and Elijah. Now, who are Moses and Elijah? They represent the law and the prophets. It's not Enoch. Everybody argues for Enoch. It's not Enoch's got nothing to do with this. The Bible tells us who they are in Matthew 17. Are you with me? And their name, it even says after 6 days, or a day is with the Lord's 1,000 years, 6,000 years, we go up, they come down. Okay. Now, there's something else about this story. I did not share this in my puzzle piece that I did a few nights ago on the two witnesses. I want to share something with you. Now, at the rapture, where are we going? We're going to heaven, right? But more specifically, we're going to an event. The bridegroom has come in the middle of the night. He's seen the lantern glowing in your window, and a shout was made, and he carries you off to the Father's house. That's the rapture. That's the groom coming for his bride. At that very moment, two men come down to Jerusalem to witness and preach to the house of Israel, the Jew. They're going to mainly the 144,000 who are going to be influenced by these guys, Moses and Elijah. Okay. Now, after 1,260 days, which is 3.5 years, which is halfway through the what? Where are we at in heaven? We're at the marriage supper. We're at the Father's house. We're at the marriage supper of the Lamb. And we're not the wife yet. We're still the church relocated to heaven. At the same time, Israel is now being dealt with down on the earth for the tribulation period. The bride of Christ is gone. The two witnesses come down. They're dealing with Israel and for 3.5 years or 1,260 days exactly. Now, after 1,260 days, what happens? The two men, Moses and Elijah, after being killed 3.5 days earlier, they're laying in the street. They get up. They come back to life. They ascend back to heaven on the same day that Jesus rose from the grave, Feast of First Fruits. It's the 1,260th day. It's exactly in the middle of the tribulation, but it's also in the middle of something else. Now, what is that something else? The marriage supper. So, where do Moses and Elijah go when they ascend to heaven? I believe they go to the Father's house. I believe they enter the marriage supper chamber. And I believe they are the two witnesses at the wedding. Interesting, huh? Remember, you got to have the preacher, you got to have the groom, you got to have the best man, you got to have the bride, the bridesmaids. So you also got to have the witness. Someone's got to witness this wedding, and we got the two witnesses. Their job is finished on earth. I believe they go to the marriage supper. Who are they? They're the law and the prophets. That is a long supper. Um, that's okay. I'm not sure we'll know that in heaven. Time is a relative thing down here on earth. I'm not sure that we'll understand anything about time up there. Okay, so just a little tidbit there, and that'll be in the presentation that's coming real soon. Now, the good news. Well, there's lots of good news. Jesus is coming back, and he's coming soon, possibly this year, more probably next year in the fall. But either way, that's close, isn't it? What are you complaining about? Well, I want him to come this year. It's okay. We can wait. We've waited this long. If we got to be here another year, we can handle another year. Okay, let's work harder this year, and let's do something. Let's make a difference down here. Now, some good news for you. Let's see. When do we have our life review at the Bema seat? We're going to be doing shows on that. Doc has just written a booklet on the judgment seat, and I don't want to get ahead of that. We're going to discuss that the next time we go to the studio, which will be in about 2 weeks. We're going to do a show on the judgment seat. We'll give you the timing of it and what takes place there, who's at it, all that kind of stuff. So um, it's it's more than likely right at the rapture at the beginning of the marriage supper, but we'll get to that in a half-hour show that we're going to do here real soon. We just came back from the studio. We did a show on Tuesday and another show today, both of them having to do with the coming global empire. Okay, globalism. And all right, so here's the good news tonight. Yesterday, I was at my daughter's. We went to the studio Tuesday. We spent the night at my daughter's. The next morning, Wednesday morning, I get a text message, and I'm asked to call somebody. Anyway, long story short, money has come in. Several people have given. Money has come in for the RV studio that I'm sitting in right now in my front yard here. My son-in-law has accepted the offer that I made, $11,000, and we have quite a bit of that now. We now have almost $8,000 has come in. It's not quite eight, but it's more than 75. But I'm not sure exactly where we're at. Okay, now I think this thing just shut off. Did the volume just change? Somebody help me. Do you now hear the air conditioner? What is going on with this thing? Did this thing just shut off? Anybody know? How do you hear me now? Is the volume changed? Come on, there's a bunch of these, you say it didn't change? The volume has not changed? I don't know. It made a noise. It felt like it shut off. I don't know. All right, everybody's saying nothing's changed, so I have no idea what the noise was. Do 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 do. It sounded like it shut off. So you're not hearing the air conditioner still. Okay. Um, so we've got just under $8,000. I don't know the exact number at the moment, and I haven't even looked in this evening to see if there's any more. So we're within about uh, three to $4,000, something like that, is what we still need, and I believe we can hit that. Somebody out there could give $1,000. Somebody could give 500. A bunch of you could give 50 or 100. Now, make sure when you go to the website, if you do it yourself, if you donate, make sure you put a note in there for the RV. Okay. Otherwise, we won't know, and then we'll think it's for the TV ministry, which is okay too. But um, we need to know if it's money for the RV. That would be a big help to us. And so when you donate, I don't. I think there's a place to write a comment. I hope there is. If not, you need to call, text, email, or something, and say, "Hey, I just donated. It was for the RV." Okay, we're almost there. We just got to get over the finish line here. $3,000 or $4,000, we'll have it. And okay, um, so somebody out there, you want to be a part of this? You'd like to be a part of the ministry here? You'd like to be a partner with us? This is another way that you can do that. And this is for the glory of God. This studio is going to be used for His glory. And we got a set here with two chairs and a desk already, and all ready to go. We just got to bring some cameras in. We we're going to bring a TV in and have our logo there, and it's going to be great. This is going to be a tremendous help to me. I'm also going to set up my office in here, and I'm going to spend a lot of time in here working on books and different things. And this is going to be a tremendous help to us. And you can be a part of it. Okay. So I've already made the deal. I told my son-in-law and my daughter, I said, sold. We want it. And some of the money is on the way. It's not here yet. Once the money's here, we'll go to the bank and get the title transferred and all that. Even if I don't have all the money yet, he's okay. He's willing to wait a little while for the remainder. So you got some time. If you'd like to still be a part of this and you'd like to give, you can go to the website and hit any of the donate buttons, but put a note in there for the RV. Okay, this is good news. This is God. I was getting a little worried that not much was happening, and then all of a sudden, several people gave, and things are happening. Okay, so this is good news. This is God's blessing. I believe God's going to supply the rest, and this will be tremendous. All right, so raise your hand if you're going to be one of them that sends some money to help here. I see those hands. And all right, let me see if there's anything I've got a comment on here. There's quite a bit of comments. Um, did you get my message about the two witnesses? Some of you maybe came on late and you missed the prophecy discussion about the two witnesses and about them dying at the middle and going to heaven at the middle of the marriage supper. So you'll have to go back and listen and see what that was about. It's very interesting. When do you have our life review at the? Okay, I answered that already. Russell is here. Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Ladybug, Esther. I'm looking for the Feast of Trumpets this year, Ed says. I hope you're right, Ed. And it could be this year. I just see a better scenario next year, but I hope I'm wrong. Um, And I don't know who EPD is, but welcome EPD, whoever you are. Let's see. Wish I could do something, but I'm broke. That's okay. And we would not want anybody to give your food money or your rent money or your house payment. Don't do that. God has blessed some of you that can do something, and that's what we're looking for. Hit the like button like you slapping the devil. That's good. And yeah, and you should hit the like button. That gets these it gets these out there. And you should also make sure you're subscribed. Hit the subscribe button and share this. Let's see, Ramona. I would think before. Okay, she's answering a question that they had about the judgment seat. It is. I believe it's before. I believe it's right at the rapture. I believe this takes place. But let's see. No change. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? See, I did tweak my ankle last Saturday, and it's still really hurting. So please pray for the pain to subscribe. That's Esther. Pray for Esther's ankle to stop hurting and to get better. And all right, on that note, we'll get off of here. And again, good news. But we still need a little bit of help to get over the mark here. And so call me, text me, email, go to the website, donate, and let's get this done. Okay. All righty. Until next time, keep your eyes on them skies.